What's up, fellow traders? Coming at you here a little early while aftermarkets is still open, heading into our 3-day weekend. We had our push up to 8,070. The volume swelled a little bit. I wasn't feeling it. I'm going to need a nice strong follow through next week to believe it. It seemed like it was news driven announcements. It seemed like there was a lot of pumping. We had major volume swells on the bear ETFs as well as the bull ETFs. Just to name a few, the XLF, the banks traded super shares today. But if you look at other stocks like Microsoft's and Disney's, they were light on volume. Definitely looks like a top to me. I got a trend line I really like. I'm sticking by. As far as my trades today, I picked up a little SRS a little early in the day at 37, and I picked up some more at 34, starting a position. I like that one a little better than FAS, even though it took a major hit. I was waiting for it to get down into the 30s. I was actually talking with my partner last night, and I was saying the 20s. I don't know what made me pull the trigger earlier today, but sometimes that's what happens when you're at the post watching the market. So I'm starting a position in SRS. I got my Dollar Tree still short, and I got my Bed Bath & Beyond short. I have no longs, and I'm definitely betting on the pullback now. More so because we're not finishing a test. You can't have a market that just keeps going without a pullback, a base, and then a continuation. This thing is floating up on this light volume, even though today surged. I think they took advantage today, a lot of these big boys, to get out of their positions that they were loading up, from March on. I mean, this was the next pumper, this is it. I've been on that side, hoping, nothing can go straight up, especially in this time. I mean, Obama would have to come out this weekend and shit a gold brick, and then we might go higher. So let me grab this camera here. This is an interesting one. This is the S&P 6-month. But there's our low in October, our first low. See, we're not even down here. We're all the way back here on our first scare of Jesus, what's going on with this country? So we're on basically the close right there, okay? And you bring that across after our November dip where we kind of battled and then found support. I like that. And then look at this. Right across our two tops back when I was buying Schwab at 14 and rode them to 16. Remember that? If you've been following my blog, this was our last breakout. I was trying to read this, and then it failed. Okay? You go across those two tops, and they closed us right on the nut today. Right there. That's a significant line. Okay? The close on October, this big, right in the middle of the shooting star dojo, like that sweet candle formation that didn't follow through because no way it was gonna, but you had your follow through day there. The November low, boom. We got up above it, based, then got underneath it and found resistance, and we were done. So now we're up to it. And this is where you got to ask yourself, here or down here? I think there's a lot of crud going on right now behind the scenes. Been there, done that, you know. There's no way this market's going higher from here. If it is, it's just barely going to go up to that 875 level on the S&P and like 8,200 on the Dow, if it can even go that high. Should have powered higher today. You kind of seen how it stalled. This kind of reminded me of the day, if you remember, when they announced all that news and that they were going to bail out the banks, and like Schwab went from 19 to 31, GE from 20 to 30, Lowe's from 19 to like 29. I had no longs that morning. I woke up, everything was up like $10, 50%. Not just the financials, you know, the whole market rallied on it. And I shorted Lowe's, and I shorted Schwab as fast as I could, and over the next 3 days made a healthy profit. That's what kind of like today reminded me of, even though it wasn't that huge surge in volume and it didn't really bring the whole market with it. That's still the feeling I got inside. Definitely didn't buy anything long. Like I said, I'm not going to buy anything long until we power up and then do a little correction. And during the basing, you know, I would like to see us pull back to the 750 area and put in a base, and then can say, okay, 666 was the low. But until that happens, nobody knows what the low was. Good luck.